Hi all, welcome back. We are going to create a new POC called as document review approval system. Okay, so in that what we will do here is that this whole POC idea is that, let's say like you have a file, okay, and you need to get it reviewed reviewers. Okay, so for example I will add a file like new budget. So new budget is there, and now I will click on upload file. I will upload a file here. I should be able to upload a file. Click on submit. A new entry will get created in my table. For example, new budget is there. Okay, I will see the file ID. Initially the status is going to be pending review, who has created it and when it was created, that all things has been added. If I want to edit the document, I can edit the file, and if I want to assign it to some reviewer, I can assign it as well. Okay, and this link that you are able to see, with the help of this link you can go to the summary as well. For example, title is new budget, a pending review, when it was created on, file ID created by, all these things we are able to see here. Now we can assign this document to some reviewer as well. For example, John I have assigned to. Now this particular file will get assigned to John, and the status will now change to assigned here. Okay, and created by, created on, everything will be there. Once it is assigned, now in the review table you will see like who is going to be the reviewer, John, and it is assigned to him on this particular day, but he has not yet taken the action. Now let's say like let's say like I have a review page. Okay, in that one entry will get created for budget here. So here as well I'm able to see the title here, who has assigned this, because I assigned it, assigned on this one here, and there is an action to give the feedback as well. If I want to go to the summary page, in the summary page as well I will be able to see like all the different data here. Okay, related to the summary, I want to give the feedback here. Okay, so this is how I will see. This is a new test PDF file. Okay, I want to get it here, and let's say I have written a comment here, approved. Click on submit button, and now my this file got approved here. Okay, once it is approved, the label of the button now changes to update feedback from give feedback. If it is not, if feedback is not provided, then it will be give, otherwise feedback you have provided, so that is update feedback. Okay, and now if I go in my documents table and check the new budget here, all the data will say like state, comment you are able to see, rating you are able to see, who has reviewed it, that you are able to see here. Also the status will get reviewed. So this is all the scope that we are going to cover in this POC. So it is going to be very helpful in order to explore the different functionalities in Appian. Okay, and this is the document that we are going to store. Okay, so we will try to follow this document, we will try to implement the functionality. Okay, so let's start the development for this part. Okay, so now let's review like what is the requirement for this application. So in this document file, I have tried to note down what are the different requirements of this document. Okay, so it is designed to facilitate the efficient review and feedback process for documents. Okay, so whatever the document, let's say user is working on some document, now he want the approval that this document is like any changes are required on this document or not, he will send it for a review to someone, and we need to track everything like what are the documents sent for reviews, what are not sent. Okay, what is the current status, we want to track that. Okay, so this document review application will help us to achieve that. Okay, and this is the document management, like what users should be able to do in this application. And for the reviews as well, there can be a reviewer for a document as well, somebody will assign document to him as well for the review, so that also will be done here. And how the review process will go and how the feedback management process will go, so that will be managed in this application. And at the end there is the data model which is present for this application. So mainly we have three tables. Okay, let's understand the table once. First of all, any user has uploaded a document, so what they will do, one doc id pk. Okay, primary key is there, title of the document they have to write. Okay, and the file id nothing but holds the document. Okay, initially the document will be in review, after that it will be like assigned, a progress, completed, rejected, something like this one. Created by and created on will be there. Now the review table, it will go like which file it has come for review, so that same file id we will try to store here as well. Then doc id fk, like which document reference complete data will be referred here. Then reviewer id, for whom reviewer it is assigned to, so for that we have a reviewer table as well, so which has reviewer id, pk, name and email. This table will store like who are the different reviewers in the system. Okay, and they can give a rating for the document, they can give a comment as well. Okay, and they can who has reviewed it, when it was reviewed, who has assigned for review, and when it was assigned. All these things we will capture with the help of the review table. So now let's go on and create a new application. Let's hit on the new application, and here we will write here document review, that's it, and hit on create. Now our new application has been created here. So now what we will do, first step in any application whatever we are going to see here is that we have to create records here, records, or if for the tables, so table will automatically create it. So we will go and start to create a record type. Groups and all we already have. So first of all we will go with document table. Click on tell us about that, click on next and click on next. Okay, now let's try to map all the fields that we have discussed here. So our first table is ready, that is the document table. Okay, now we will move on to create our next table as well, which is the review table. So we will go and click on review table here. So now our review table is also ready. Now we will do what is that we will try to create our last table, which is the reviewer table. In that reviewer table we have to go and write the data for the reviewers. Okay, so now our all these three tables are ready. Let's try to make a relationship as well between them. See, in the review table reviewer id is there, and here reviewer table is there. Here a reviewer is there, but one reviewer can be part of the mini reviews, right? So we will try to make a relationship based on that. So let's add a relationship with a reviewer table. So we will select the record type reviewer here, and now many review will have the single reviewer. That is what the relationship is going to be. Many reviews can be, because this is a central table for that one. So now the relationship is also added. First step was to create the tables, that is done. Now in the next step what we will do here is that we will start to create interfaces for that purpose. Now let's go here in the interface, and now we will try to upload the file. Okay, first of all we have to upload file for the review, so that we will be able to upload any file in the database, okay, for the reviews. So I will take a form layout here, and in the form layout let's try to configure this. So this section layout, okay, we don't need that, it is just going to be upload file. Okay, and now in this one we will create a rule input as well. So this rule input is going to be dr underscore document, and it will be of type document because we want to store that data in the document table only. So dr document, let's hit on create button, and this cancel button is boolean, so let it be boolean here, that's fine. Now let's go to the expression mode, and here what we will do here is here we will try to drag a text field. First of all, we need to give a title for our document, right? So I will drag a column layout. In the column layout, I will take a text field in order to write the title, and then I will take a file upload field in order to upload the document. At one time you can only say upload one document only for the review. Okay, so here is going to be the title of document. Okay, so whatever is the title, you have to give the title here. And now let's configure the value part, ri bank document review dot title. Okay, this is the title here. Let me just copy it, and this is the value. Now whatever is the title, like my doc for review I have written. So if you see that this particular data will get written in the record type here, and since this is the 24.1 release, so you can see it is changed, like whatever value is changed, it will show with the help of this color as well, like it's something has been changed here. Now in the file upload, what we will do here is, first of all we have to give the target, like where the document will actually go and store. So for that one we have to create a folder where this particular files will go and store. So inside knowledge center I will create a new document folder. Okay, uploaded files, click on create button, and now we will create a constant in to refer that file as well. So let's hit on constant button and uploaded files, and now this is going to be the folder here. Okay, and here dr uploaded files, that's it. Click on create button, and now let's go to copy here, and target is going to be cons bank, this one. So this is the target, and now the value part, value is going to be the ri bank document dot file id. Whatever is the file id, that is going to be the value, and save into as well. So both of them we have configured, and now validation message we will also add. Let's say like anybody can upload any document. So now what we will do, I will try to upload a file here. Okay, so let's see, like I have uploaded a file here, so I can see that that file ID has been uploaded. But for the review part, I am only going to accept the PDF files. Apart from the PDF file, I won't accept any other file. So in the validation we have to give a message that how we can access the fvbank file extension, right? If fvbank files dot extension, okay, so if fvbank file extension is equal to PDF, if it is PDF, then I want, otherwise I will write here only PDF files allowed, that's it. So see here, I am able to see, but if I upload any other image, then it will try to throw, let's say like I will upload this one, so it will upload, like it will say validation only PDF files allowed. Okay, and at one time you can only add, max selections is 1, you can only add one document only. So that is the requirement here. So let's me just go here and try to get here, that's it. So you are able to upload the files as well. Interface is we have able to create. Okay, so next we have done here create interface upload file. So we are able to create upload file UI here. Next thing what we will do here is that create process model, okay, to set data to DB. Now we will create a process model in order to upload that data into the database. Okay, so now let's go on to go to new and click on process model, and here upload file, click on create. So this is the process model for that one. Okay, let me just add a lane here. It will be it is going to be the form part, and second one lane is going to be my write data. Okay, so see, you can drag a empty user interface as well, then you have to map everything. Or what you can do here is that dr underscore this one, and directly you can get your interface as well. So in this part you won't have to write everything from scratch. Interface will already come pre-selected. If you go to the forms tab, interface will already be from before only. I will remove this draft option, I don't need that draft, and here I will just assign the initiator. Okay, and this cancel button and all, I will just click on this one, cancel button. Document is going to be here. Okay, so that's it we want here. Okay, and now XOR gate we will need. Why we need an XOR gateway? Because the user can click on cancel as well. If they clicked on cancel, then it should go to the end node. Otherwise we have to write to the records. So we are not using any CDT or data store this time. We will directly write using the records. It is a completely record approach we are following here. Let's enable the activity chaining, because on actions it won't be your form won't get loaded and it will so submitted, form submitted. So in order to avoid that, we will chain as well. Okay, and now we will place it here, or of PV bank button cancel. So or means what? Let's say if PV is true, then or of true is true only. If PV bank cancel is false, then or of false become false. So we don't have to worry about a lot of things here. So if it is true, then directly go to end node, otherwise go to write records. That's it we want. Click on write records, and this is the input here. You might be wondering that where I did never went to this process variables and created this too. How come they got created? So when we are searching for this one, if you click on plus icon here only, you will be able to create a new process variables directly from here. So at that time, like like we don't have to give any name, type is also selected. That's it. Okay, so that is all we needed here. Okay, let's try to validate. Everything looks fine here. Make sure to adjust the data management as well. So we will try to delete our process to 1 day. Okay, and that's it. Now let's validate it. Publish this process model. This is published. Okay, now we can actually go in my this one, and we can actually create upload the document. But how? In order to upload it, what we will do, we have to go to the actions here, and we have to configure an action. Now see, action will be of two types. Okay, so first action is record list action, and second one is a related actions. If you need to upload or do something completely from the very beginning, scratch, no reference, nothing is there, so then you can use that record list actions, or you can take directly from any record list you are taking any action, so that comes under record list actions. But let's say like I need to upload a new document. New document is a new entry only in the table. We don't have any much reference for that one. But let's say in the same document I want to give assign to the reviewers. So in that case, what I need to do, the same document ID we need, okay, to assign it. Then I will use related actions. Now let's go to the record list action, and I will add here upload file. Okay, and let's keep it medium. Okay, and dr upload file. This is going to be the process model. Click on OK and save changes. That's all we need here. And now if I just refresh this page, here you will see that one action will be visible, upload file, and now you will be able to upload the file as well. So now let's try to upload a file here. So I will go here, upload the file here, new document for approval 2, and I will try to upload a file here and click on submit button, and this file will get approved here. So I am able to get the approval of the document here. Okay, great. So first part is done, like we are able to create the processes as well. Okay, and then we are able to set the data to the database as well. Next thing is that let's say like I want to get the summary view. Click on this document for approval, and there is no summary view. Summary view, see, we don't have to create from scratch, so we can use that Appian help as well in order to create the summary view. So we just have to go to the views tab, and then we have to create here, click on generate record view. Okay, it will generate the view for ourselves. Click on summary here and click on generate view. It will generate the view for this document here. Click on close, and save changes. Once you have saved the changes, now let's go back to my documents here, and once again I will see this review has been done. So by default Appian only used to create this summary page for us, so we don't have to worry about that. So summary page also we have completely done that part. Okay, action also we have created and summary page also we have created here. Now what we will do here is that why to wait to the end of the process to create our site? Why not create from the very beginning only, so that everything we can test directly on the site only. Okay, so first of all what we will do here is go to the site here. Okay, and now document review site we will try to give the name here. Okay, and display name is also going to be my document review only. Click on create button and our site will also get ready, and one by one we will try to map all the components, and then finally we will be able to add everything onto our site. Okay, click on add page. But what page we will add it as of now? As of now, like, we don't have any pages, we have a record list here. So actually the complete record list that you are seeing, that also you can actually map in your site. Okay, not an issue, but we will also try to, if we want more functionality here, okay, or let's say like it is a generic documents record only, then it is not advisable that you use a record list. You try to create your own interface. Whatever the changes you want, you try to do it in your own interface only. Okay, so for that purpose, let's say like I am able to add a upload file, I'm able to view summary, everything I am able to see. I just need a read only grid in order to show the data. So I will show here document grid. Click on create, and now in this one we will try to add our documents grid. So for that one we will try to add here read only grid. That's it. Okay, and now what? Now we will go with a dr document. This one we have done. Okay, and now let's go to the expression and see. I'm able to see all these two documents here. Okay, and instead of this one here, I can rename the grid as my documents. So this is going to be the my documents grid. That's it. So two documents I have tried to upload, and both two documents I am able to see here. Okay, and if I want to see, like, not my email address but actually my name I want to see, so for that what I will do here is that I will try to use concat and user function I will try to use, because this is nothing but a username. Okay, so I will try to get my first name here. Okay, and once I have got the first name, I will add a bit of a space, and next time I will get here last name. So this is the first name and this is the last name that I want. See, I'm able to see my first name and last name, so that also I'm able to see here. Click on save changes, and that's it. Now this page I can go and add in my site here. Okay, so it is going to be my documents, and this is the interface that we are going to map here. So okay, one more thing we will let's try to add some icon for the document here. Okay, so our document is going to be something like let's say this one. Click on done. So this is the document icon, and see, this is this time, you know, like new changes have come, like sidebar has been introduced in 24.1. we will try to use the new thing, sidebar only. Okay, and let's try to click on save changes, and that's it. Now our site is ready. Click on this site link and we are able to see the new changes here. See, documents review, I'm able to upload a file as well. Okay, and I am able to check my documents. If I go to link, and I'm able to see the summary of the document as well. Okay, see, in such a less amount of time we are able to achieve so much of work here. Okay, and from here I can go to the navigation. So this is the new site pane that has been introduced here. Okay, now see, this status is 10 here. 10 doesn't mean anything, right? 10 can be anything. We need that instead of this 10 we should have multiple statuses that we have configured. So what we will do here is that instead of this one I will try to use here match function, because if a status is 10, I know that this is having pending review, right? If a status is 10, it means that it is pending review. So if value I will equals, now if the status is equals to cons bang dr underscore review status, if the review status is 1, right, so then we will show here pending review, pending review, that's it. Otherwise if it equals, let me just copy here, and this one, if it equals to 2, so 2 is what? 2 is assigned. Okay, so I will write here assigned here, and same thing I will paste next one, and third status is our reviewed. So if it is reviewed, so I will just put status reviewed, and default is nothing but I will show here submit. Okay, see here, these are all pending reviews which are pending for review here. These are the different statuses we have assigned here. Click on save changes, and now let's go on to our site and check that. See, the status is showing pending review, created by is Vikas here. Okay, so our first part of the document has been ready here. Now what's next? Next part is about the assigning the document here, right? Document management, we are able to do that. Let's say like I want to edit this particular document. Let's say like I don't need this document at all, I need a new document instead of that one, so I should be able to do that as well. Okay, so what the edit process simple. Okay, so what we will do, this is the process in order to add document. Same process can be used for the edit purpose as well. We don't need a new process. How we will reuse it? Make sure that the variable which is storing data is parameterized, so that we can access that data from outside the process. And now we will go into the actions tab. Okay, and we will create a related actions. Why we are creating a related action now? Because if a document exists, then only we can edit a document. A document which doesn't exist, you can't edit that document. Then you need a context. Okay, so I will write here edit document. I will give here medium, and let's add an icon for the edit document here, and here dr, okay, uploaded file. That's it. And here it needs the complete reference of that document. So here we have not created yet we can use their query record by identifier. Which document you want to do that, you can dr document we need it, and identifier is going to be RV bank identifier. That's it. Click on OK and save changes. That's it. So now my edit related action is also ready here. What I will do here, let's go to the read only grid here. Okay, and at the end we will add another grid column to map this related actions as well. Okay, so label is not going to be anything. In the value I will add here record action field, and here I will add here actions. Okay, record action item. Okay, and the action is going to be document. Okay, so it's going to be dr document dot actions dot edit document, and the identifier is going to be fvbang row. Okay, and then the document, okay, dr document dot fields dot doc idpk. That's it. And now I will be able to edit the document as well. Okay, so click on save changes, and now let's go here and check it. See, I will be able to edit the document as well. I am able to edit a document here as well. If I want that, no, I don't want this document, I want another document, then I can do that here. Instead of this title, I can give any other title as well. So I can do that. See, 2 becomes 3 here. So I'm able to do all this part here. So that was the edit process. Similarly, we can create a delete feature as well, so that you can work on it. Is all the same feature only. Now first module of this one has been ready. Now we have to go to the review. For that purpose we should be able to assign to somebody for the review. But before that, in the reviewer, who are going to be my reviewer? There is no data present in the database. So first of all, we need to put some data in the database as well. So I will go to the cloud database, and I will go to the reviewer table. So these are the 3 tables which are present here. So let's try to add some data in that. So 2 user we will try to add it. Let's say like one user is email.com. so these are the 2 users which are going to be click on go here, and these 2 data have got inserted in the database. These are going to make 2 reviewers. Okay, but you won't be able to see this data. We have made change in the backend of the record directly in the database, so we have to go and sync our record, then only we will be able to see that data. If you won't sync it, then it won't be you won't be able to review that. Now if I open the reviewer record, then I will be able to view these 2 records, like I have added these 2 records. Okay, next thing is that I have tried to add data in the reviewers. Okay, so fourth thing what we have done is that add reviewers. So directly we have added reviewers. Now what we will do here is query rule, we will make it query rules. So query rule, because next thing is like our document is already uploaded, I want to assign this document to review. So I need the assignees, and assignees are nothing but these 2 people only, but I need this data in my Appian, not from the database. Okay, so I will click on new and click on expression rule. Okay, so QR, okay, it is going to be query record get reviewers. So we will get the reviewers from here. Click on create button and let's hit the query reviewers table here. I will use the query editor. Okay, for simplicity you can use this one. You will be able to fastly create your query record. Click on continue. Okay, and we will try to filter. Okay, we will put one filter at least. For that filter we will add a rule input, and let's say like a IDPK. Obviously we can add it, reviewer IDPK. Another rule input also we will add with the help of email ID as well, email ID. Okay, and third one we will try to add with the help of paging info. So these are the 3 data types that we are taking. Number integer, email ID is going to be text here, and paging info is going to be paging info. Why we need paging info, we will see that, because it is very helpful if we need all the data or not. Reviewer IDPK is going to be reviewer IDPK. Then we will add another filter, email. Okay, so email is going to be email here. That's it. So as of now only 2 are there. Click on this one, generate query, and see. Click on test rule and you will be able to get all these 2 data here. See, this is what query rule does. Okay, and before that, but see, everything was null, still it is able to give all the data. That's what only we add a null check. Every rule that you create, okay, make sure to add a null check here. Here we are trying to add null with the help of AND condition. I want that if, let's say like if user has given null review IDPK, okay, or they have not specified like how much data they need, which is configured with the help of paging info, then I don't want to return any data for them. Okay, null. Otherwise we will return complete data. Click on test rule and see, you will get null. But if they have mentioned like I want the second IDPK, they will get the second IDPK, but they have specified no, I don't know IDPK, I just need all the data, 10 data I need. So I will be able to give 2 results. This is how this QR will work now. Okay, so click on save changes, and now what we will do, this QR we will try to use it. Okay, so now let's go here and create an interface to assign for the reviewers. Okay, so assign reviewer. I want that my document should get assigned for a reviewer. Okay, so what we will do, click on this new interface we are going to create here. Again we will take a form layout, and in this form layout we will just try to see here, I will give the name here as assign reviewer. So assign reviewer it is, and it is going to be here. Next thing what we will do here is that in this rule input, the reviewer is going to get assigned, and where this data will get actually stored. Let's say I assigned a review table, so something has actually come for the review only, right? So if somebody has assigned some data for the review, it is going to get stored in this table only, because there is no assigned review table. One is the document table, already this document is there. Let's say like second document ID I want to assign, where this data will go, in the review table it will go. So which rule input we will create here? Review table. So I will create here a review table, okay, and then I will just give here review, dr review, click on create button. Okay, now what? Now the next thing that we want to do here is that here it should be a drop down field. Why? Because we want to, okay, so we want to be able to check the assignees. Okay, so I will create a drop down field for the assignees here. Click on expression here, okay, and now in the choice value and choice, this one what we need. So first of all we will try to query our data, local variables, okay, form layout, and then local bank reviewers. So this reviewer is going to be rule bank. This reviewer we have already created, and we need all the reviewer which are present there. So I will use this spacing info in order to get all that data. So here in this local variable you will get two reviewers here, or along with all their data, right? So in this drop down I will just keep it here above, but here I will select here reviewers. So reviewers it is, okay, and then choice values and choice labels we need. Choice label is going to be what are the labels? Here we just need to show the name of the reviewers, okay, and in the backend we will try to store the ID of the reviewer, because here in the record if you see reviewer ID FK were created. Okay, how we will do that? Let's see that. So here in the choice labels, local bank reviewers, and then review, okay, dr review dot fields dot, sorry, not the dr reviews, right? It is not for the this one. We have to go to the reviewer table dot fields dot. Here what we will do, here we will select the choice labels as name here, okay, click on copy here, okay, and now let's delete it, and here for this name we will try to store the reviewer ID PK. That's all we want. So I am able to get the John. If I selected, then the ID of John, oh, there is no value and save into, we will map that as well. Now we will map the value and save into as well. So value is going to be RI bank, okay, now where this data will go? Review.fields.reviewer ID FK, okay, and now this one will get copied, okay, and now here it will get saved on. Now let's try to click on John Doe. If I select John Doe, ID 1 should get stored here. If I selected Sam K, then ID 2 will get stored here. That's what we want. That's it, right? Now let's say like suppose somebody has selected like who is the reviewer, but when who has actually assigned, when it was assigned, that data also we need to store that. So in order to store the data we will use here save into, and we will use a bank save, okay, the RI is going to be review here, and we will try to update the data when we are actually writing in the database. So indexes are going to be, let's say like this is the review table, okay, so this is the review one, okay, dot fields dot assigned on, when it was assigned on, okay, then we will need here assigned by, when it was, who has actually assigned that value, okay, and then we will need the value here. Assigned on is here now, okay, so assigned on is going to be now here. Assigned by is logged in user, whoever was the logged in user, they have assigned it. Click on submit, and now see what has happened. Who has assigned, when it was assigned on, everything we are able to get that data as well, okay, complete data we are able to get. Okay, one more thing it is there, like which is the doc ID, file ID for which one it has there, which is the doc ID as well. what reference that is there. So that data also we need to store in this table. How we will get that data? See, this assign action is going to be present in here. So you will get the doc id pk here as well, and you will get the file id as well here. So complete data you are going to get it. So now it's the same data we will try to have in our UI. So for that we will try to create here rule inputs for document, because the document data we need here as well. Dr document, that's it. So now the complete document data will come when we will configure our related actions, that is going to come here. Okay, next thing what we will do here is that doc id fk we will need it. Okay, and then we will need the file id as well. These are the two different things we will need it here. And from where we will get it? Doc id fk we will get from document dot fields dot doc id pk. Okay, and then ri bang document dot fields dot file id. This is the file id we are able to get, so which is assigned, and all this thing we are able to get it here. Okay, as of now no data has been there, so it is not showing, but if we has the data it will show as well. Okay, so this reviewer table is there, and make sure to make it required because we don't want null entries in that table due to that. That's it. Click on save changes, and this is also done. So my review table is also completed here. Now we just have to create a process for that purpose. Okay, so lot of tables we have. Let's just remove all this one. So this was the upload file is already completed. This is the site, that's fine, and this is the this one query rule. Okay, now what is the next step? We have created query rule for the reviewer table as well. It is done. Now the next thing what we will do here is a process for assign reviewer. So we have to assign my document to the a particular reviewer. So for that one we need the process model. So I will go in new here. I will try to open this one here. Okay, and now what I will do here is that assign reviewer. Click on create, and we should be able to assign to the reviewer as well. Okay, so let's first is going to be our form here. Okay, and next one is going to be write. Okay, write data and dr underscore assign reviewer. See, so much easily we can get that data assign reviewer directly from here. Now let's configure the user input again. First of all, let's configure the assignment. It is going to be initiator. Okay, let's go to the form layout, and now let's go to the data tab. Cancel button we need to capture. Click on this one. Process variable will get created here only. We don't have to go there and create the process variable. Click on the dr review, and the dr review is also captured. Okay, then the document here, and the document is also captured here. That's it. So all these things have been captured, and now let's go to the XOR gateway. If user click on cancel, then it will get cancelled here. Okay, and now let's go to write records, and we will be able to write to the database as well. That's it. So let's configure the cancel button. So in order to configure, we have to write here OR of PV bang cancel. So if it is true, then true. If it is false, then false, because OR just written that one only. If cancel is true, then go to end node, otherwise go to write records. Okay, now let's chain our nodes as well. It's very important to chain them together. Okay, click on enable activity chaining, and it is going to write to review table. So this will go and write the data in the review table. That's it. Now after that, what will happen? Okay, so let's first of all I will do here, we need the document data from outside the process. So I am going to parameterize this document. Click on OK, and that's it. So this process is also ready here. One more thing was left, data management. Make sure like it is 1 day, we will keep it for now. Click on OK, and that's it. This process is ready. Where this process will go and plug in our document table only, because from there only we are assigning a reviewer and writing in the database here. Go to actions, it is not going to be list action because it is going to be a related action. Why? Because we will take action on an existing record only. Okay, so assign reviewer, so it is going to be this one. So assign action we will make it here, and it's going to be small, it's not matter, dr assign reviewer. Okay, and the document data, so for document data we will put here query record by identifier. This is a new feature, very handful and very useful this is. Okay, we don't need lot of query rules as well, directly from there we can do that. Identifier is going to be RB bank identifier. That's it. Click on OK and save changes. Now this assign reviewer is also working fine. Now how we can do that? So this is the assign reviewer, and now let's open my grid here. This was my documents grid. I'm already going to edit a document here. I should be able to assign the reviewer as well. So what I will do here is, this is the record action item. We can have multiple actions. Yeah, we can have multiple actions on the same this one here. Okay, copy this one, paste it once again, and see 2 times this edit document will now show. I don't want 2 times here. Instead of that I will put it here assign reviewer, and everything is going to be same one only. Click on save changes, and that's it. Now let's go here and see here. Edit document, assign reviewer, both actions are coming here. If I want to assign this one, so I need to assign, like I want to assign to John Doe. Click on submit button, and that's it. It's assigned. So how it is assigned, how we know? Let's go to the database. See, file ID has come here, doc ID is 1, reviewer is 1 here, a rating reviewer will give. Okay, and all this other data is populated. But one thing, if you notice here, it is assigned but the status is still pending review. I don't want pending review, it should be assigned, right? Whenever a document is assigned, the status should change. To know that a particular document is assigned or not, the status should change. This status is stored where? This status is stored in the document table, current status. So whenever we are actually assigning, so see here what is happening here. Whenever we are actually assignment is done, then we have to change assignment as well, right? And assignment is stored in the document table. So we have to make sure that we will update the document table as well. So here we are writing to review. After that we have to copy this one, okay, and write it to the where? Write to document, or you can say like update status. Update status we have to do here. How we can update the status here? Okay, let's change this node as well. Okay, let's see the previous instance that has completed, whether we get all the data or not. If I get the data along with IDPK, it is we can easily update the data. See, the document table I get with complete status here. Great. So all the IDPK and everything, it is present here. If you check the process details, this is the new process variables, you will get it here. Okay, so we are able to get complete data here as well. So what we have to do here is that, see, why we need the complete data. So let's say IDPK, is null. It means that create action will take place because there is no IDPK. But as soon as you provide that IDPK, then it will get updated. Even if you check any SQL statement as well, it will say like update. Okay, so it starts with something like update where IDPK is equal to 1. Then it will update that particular row only. That's what we will do. We are able to get the IDPK in the process. So what we will do here is that in order to update the status, I need to go to the documents. So in order to go to the documents here, what we will do, but before that we need to update the status as well. So I am going to take an script task here, and I will update the status before writing in the database. Okay, so update status. Click on this one here, click on the data here, outputs here, and then click on new custom output. Okay, and now I will use here update function. Okay, update the data that needs to get updated is nothing but PV bank document. Okay, and the index that we will update here is that document. okay, dr document dot fields dot status, okay, and the value with which we want to update here is document dr document dot, oh sorry, value is our constant we have already created. If you remember, we have already a review status, it will be assigned here. That's it. So we are able to update the data and we will store in the document table here. That's it. And then we will directly go and update the status of the document. This thing we can also do from the UI perspective as well, but fine, we can do from here. Now what we will do here is, let's try to assign reviewer for that one. Second one I will try to assign to Sam. Click on submit, and as soon as you see, status got updated to assigned here. So it has actually been assigned to the reviewer. Great. So that part also has been completed here. Okay, new doc for approval. Now the next part is what? So we are able to process for this one here, and then we have created action for assign reviewer. Now it has gone to the reviewer. So as a reviewer, like let's say like I can also be a reviewer, or if reviewer login, then what they will see, that part we will try to build now. Okay, so now let's try to create that part as well. Now what we will do here is, we will try to create an interface for the reviews here. Okay, so what we will do, let's go to the interface and click on new interface here. Okay, so my it is going to be my reviews. So whatever has come for the some document has come for reviewer, so I should be able to see that part here in this grid here. Okay, so let's click on read only grid here, and here we will try to set that data, and this review table we will try to show here. Okay, so this is nothing but my review table, dr review. That's it. So see here, all the grid field you will get here. Okay, we don't need that much of data in here. Okay, later on we will create a summary view as well in order to simplify. This grid should only show sufficient data, not all the data are okay, not all the data are required here. Okay, so reviewed, okay, document review. So this is going to be this grid here. Okay, review ID pk we don't need here, review ID is fine. File ID also, like we don't need that here, which file ID has come here. Okay, now here we don't need the doc ID as well, like which doc has come here for the review. Okay, and we might need the name of the document here. Okay, we will keep it. Okay, fine. So name of the document, okay, or you can say like something like title, which has come with the help of relationship. We will try to find this data here. Okay, and obviously like I am only the reviewer here, so I don't need that reviewer ID. Rating, what I have given here. Comments, what I have added here, that's fine. Reviewed by and reviewed on is reviewed by is myself only, and when I have reviewed something, it is important. Who has assigned by and assigned on, same thing is here. So I guess somewhere we have used this user function, right? So we can still use that concat data here as well, like who was the assigned by, right? So we just need this one here, and instead of we need the review dot assigned by, this data we need it, and we will replace it here as well. That's all. So see here, assigned by is Vikas when it was assigned on this one. Okay, so that was all I guess we need in this table as of now. Click on save changes, and let's map it onto our site as well. Okay, I will go to add pages. Okay, and I will write here my review. Okay, and dr underscore, it is going to be my reviews. Okay, and then let's say that for review I guess nothing will be there related to document only. We will try to check here. Okay, So in the document we will just try to make it like this. Click on this one, save changes, and now we will go to our site and just try to see that. See, my review has come. So any document which has come to my review, it will be visible here, like what is the title here, what is the review ID, it has come here. What is the title of that document, we need that, and we need a summary view as well. Correct, we need a summary for the review table. So what we will do here is that we will take the help of our default summary view in the same way, because for the documents we have already created. Okay, so for example, if I go to title, so I am able to see this complete document for approval. Similarly, if I go to review, I should be able to see my summary view. Go to the views here, generate a record view. Okay, and it is going to be the record, and here is summary view only. Click on this one and generate the view. That's it. So summary view will be ready for that. Click on save changes and my summary view is ready. But in order to go to the summary view, there is no link here, right? So we need to make the link. Let's say like IDPQ only, we will try to create a link here. Okay, or in the title as well we can give a link here, but first of all let me just have a link on the IDPK. Okay, so my review IDPK, how we will try to give a link here. See here, I will use here link field. Okay, so this is the link field here. Okay, and now the label in the link field, what the label to display. Okay, we won't need this label, and here we will use the links. So links is going to be record link. Okay, now the in the record link label is there. So label we have to show with the help of relationship, because that review ID PK. Okay, so label is going to be IDPK only. Oh sorry, here we don't need any label as such, so it is going to be this one only. Okay, and which record type you need to go, so it is nothing but my review table only. Okay, and the identifier is going to be this one only. Cut it from here and paste it. That's all we need in my table, and now this is linked. Now I will go back to my site, click on this one, and it will is it link here. Click on this one and I'm able to see what are the different data. See, I'm able to see the summary view right now only. Okay, great. So all this data we are able to see, but I don't know, like let's say like a link is available there or not. So link style, do we have something like a link style, open link, target? Okay, so thing we have in the link field, do we have the style something like this one? We don't have any styles. Fine. So this one, now we need the title of the document. So see, this title, one document can come to review for many times, right? See, this is how our current structure is going to be. So let's say like this is the table, right? So in the review table, same document ID can be present multiple times. Means that multiple documents can be present here. Means many, means one in review table, multiple documents can be present for this one here. Okay, so how we will try to make a relationship here? Let's go to the data model in the review tab, go to the add relationship here, and now we have to make relationship with document here. Dr document it is. Click on next button, and now see here, one review can have multiple or no, many reviews can be of same document. Multiple times the same review we can take it. That is correct, right? So doc ID FK is there, and here we have to map it with primary key. That's all we needed. Click on this one, add here, and save the changes. Now if you see here, I am able, with the help of relationship, I am able to get the title of that document here. Okay, and instead of like this link in the review ID, it's better to have the link on the document which has actually come for the reviews. So this link field I will try to apply here in this part here. Instead of that one, I want to apply that here. So if okay, label is going to be my this one. So this is going to be my label. Copy it. Okay, and paste it, because it makes more sense here. Okay, data tab identifier is all the same only. Okay, cut it from here and it should work fine. Okay, and here I will just want to add that FVBank row only as it is. So review ID PK and value, we don't need that at all. Click on this one and that's it. Click on this change here, click on save changes, and now let's go to my site here and see new doc for reviewer has come, and I will be able to get to my summary page here. Okay, great. So I'm able to go to the my document, new document. If I go here, so I got for new document for approval, and relationship, if I go here, so I am able to go, but there is no title here. Why is there no title? Let's go and check the views here. Okay, in the view comments, oh, comment is null, we don't have comments here. So here what we have to show here, documents and title we need to show. Click on save changes. So this, like this configuration, it will help you to get the that correct name in the summary which is coming. So if I select this new doc for approval, now new doc for approval will come here. So like this it used to work, the configuration for the record title here. Okay, now what is the next thing? My reviews, 2 documents have come. I can go here and now I have to give the feedback here, right? Give feedback for this action. So I need an action to give the feedback for this particular component. Okay, so now we have to create an interface where I can actually give a feedback for this document, and then we will create an action for that as well. So one interface will be needed. Okay, so we will have to create UI to give feedback. So I can give feedback here, then we will need a process for feedback, whatever the feedback we have provided, and finally we will need an action for feedback, because on process only action we can create. Now let's go here in new button, click on this interface here, and here we will write here provide feedback. So this is about the feedback part. Click on create, and now we will be able to give a feedback as well. Okay, let's take a form layout, and in the form layout how we are going to give a feedback, let's try to say here. Okay, so feedback, okay, feedback for document. So it is going to be this one. Now in the first section what we need here is that nothing but the complete document data we need it, like what actually is the document here, and what we need all for all this part we will try to get that here. I will take a columns layout. In first column we might need to see all the data which has come here. In the second column we should see a preview of the image as well. Okay, so how we will get the document data unless we don't have the document data in the RI? So we will need here document data here. Okay, and here as well I will create a document type dr document. Click on create button here. Okay, now what we will need here is that first of all we want that all the document data should be present here somewhere. I guess in the summary view this all complete data would already be there. So document summary will be there somewhere. See here, this is the document summary. If you see the document summary, basically this data only we need it, every data related to this summary only. New doc for approval, status was what, file ID is what, created on, created by is what, every data is nothing but the same section only. Okay, what if I copy the same section here and paste it here? It will be much more easier for us as well, right? So in this columns layout, what if I paste the complete section here? This RI, instead of this RI bank record, we can replace it with dr underscore document. Okay, replace all, and now let's see that whether it is able to replace it here or not. Oh, it is not able to do that. So let's try to get that once again, dr underscore document. Okay, and I will click on all, and let's see, could not. Okay, somewhere it is not able to find that. So what we will do here is that one by one we might have to write all these values once again. So what I will do here is, see here, this is breaking for everything. Okay, so what we will do, let's try to map it here in the dr document dot, it was status, right? So now status is set here. Okay, and here we need created on. So instead of create status, we will map it here created on. Okay, great. So next is here file ID as well, created on is done, and here as well I will just map it here created on. I guess it was created on was this one, and okay, this is also created on. File ID here we will map it once again dot file ID. That's it. Okay, what is the next thing that we need here? Okay, what is the error? 71. Okay, file ID, and now the last thing here is created by. So I have tried to map all these things one by one, just the reference has been updated and it should work fine now. Let me just give comma and see here, I'm able to see the feedback for document. Okay, so this section is fine here, and now in this column I will try to add the document viewer. Okay, so document viewer is there, which we will add it here. Okay, and it will show the complete document view part of whatever the document anybody has uploaded. Okay, and it is going to be ri bank dr document dot file id. That's it. So it will store the file ID and it will show the document for preview. And in the last section, in the next section, what we will do here is we will try to again take a columns layout and we will give here feedback. Let's say rating we will provide with the help of drop down field one. Okay, we will give here rating and we will give the comments as well. Okay, and both will be required fields, and where this data will go and save. Okay, so this data is going to get saved in the my review table. Choice labels is going to be what? Choice value. So in rating, like 1 to 5 rating only, I will keep it here 1 2 3 4 5. That's it. And I guess here already that data is present, so after 5 we will remove it. So rating is going to be this one here, and we will give some rating to the document here. Rating is going to be this one. Now in the value part, ri bank dr document dot rating. Oh sorry, see, now in the document you can't store the rating, right? This data is going for the review, so dr underscore review table only we have to store it there. Dr review table. Now ri bank review, so dr review dot fields dot rating is there. Okay, and now ri bank dr review dot rating will be there present here as well. Now whatever the rating for this document that you will select here, it will come and store in the review table. Similar thing we have to do. Okay, just copy this one here. Instead of paragraph, I will write here comments. Okay, and this one I will just paste it here, and here I will put it here comments, and here as well we will put it here comments. That's it. So these are the two fields that we will need here, and required we will just keep it here true. Required is going to be true here, and here as well required is going to be true here. That's it, because both are required fields in order to give the data. So my feedback system is also ready here. Now what is the next thing that we need here is that when we click on save button, what data will go and save here, right? So in the save, in the ri bank review, because the thing is going to get saved in, okay, in the document as well, we will try to save the data this time. So I will use here update. The data that needs to get updated is review, and the index that we need to update here in the review is who has actually done the review. So reviewed by, okay, copy this one, and reviewed on, when it was reviewed on. because rest of the data it is already coming here already. So reviewed by is nothing but the logged in user who when it was reviewed on, that is the next. Now anything else we need in the review table? So when I will add the review, so rating already got added, comments got added here, reviewed by and reviewed on only we need. That's all. Great. Now in the document table the status will get updated, so that also we will try this time from the interface only. This data we will try to capture it. So in the document table as well I will try to update the existing data. Okay, so the data that I will update in my document is going to be only the status, right? So we have index is nothing but dr document dot fields dot status, right? And value is going to be what status is going to be cons bank dr review status. What are the different review status? Reviewed. So this is going to be the status here. So whenever I will submit all the data, for example test I have written, click on submit button, this data will get updated and in the review table status will become 30 here. That's what all we wanted for the feedback system here. Next thing what we will try to have here is that we will try to create a process for that one. Go to the process model, okay, and feedback for document. So this is the feedback for the document process. Click on create button and now let's click on save button. Okay, and now let's go here and add the form here, and this one we will write. Okay, this is going to be the write data. Okay, and dr underscore provide feedback. So this is the UI. Okay, once again we will just try to, first of all we will put the assignment as initiator here. Okay, and in the forms and data let's get process variables. This cancel button is there. Okay, we will map this cancel button. Document review is going to be the document part, and document data is also getting saved, so make sure save into is there. Review table is there, so review also is there. Great. And now we will try to create an XOR gateway. If it is cancelled, so it will go to the cancel node, otherwise it will go to the review table first of all, and then it will also go to the document table as well. Now let me just copy it here, paste it here, and that's it. So this is also completed and we will add it in the end node. Let's just go here and put it in the end node here. So it is the right to review. Okay, and then this is right to, okay, right to document, or you can say like update document status, update doc status. Here we are updating the doc status. Now let me just go to cancel node, go to this new condition. Okay, and here we will try to add or of PV bank cancel. If cancel is true, then it should go to end node, otherwise it will go to right to review. Okay, let me just add a label as well. Label is yes. Okay, and here we will add a label as no. Okay, let's chain these nodes together. Okay, and enable activity chaining. Here also we will do the enable activity chaining. Now let's go to the review tab, go to review. That's it. Now let's go to update status. So we will update the status for the document as well. Okay, we can change till document as well, not an issue, and let's validate it. Make sure that see this document data are we getting because we are actually reviewing anything, so this review data will come beforehand only, then only I can update the data. Okay, and this document data as well, it has to come from the process parameter. Okay, and now let's validate it. Okay, everything is done. Publish this, and data management will delete after 1 day. Okay, click on OK, and that's it. Click on validate and publish this. Now we will go to the review table actions and we will create a action for the review here. Later related actions. Okay, give feedback. So something like this action we have created for the feedback here. Okay, it is going to be medium. Okay, for feedback, is there something? No, nothing is there for feedback. So related to document only we have to make it something like this. So this is going to be my dr feedback for document. See, review data I can easily get, query record by identifier. Okay, record type is going to be my review table. Okay, so dr review, and the identifier is going to be rv bank identifier. What actually is the identifier? But how I will get the document data? Because in the review table we won't be able to get the document data. If I go to here, then I am not able to get any document data, but actually the doc ID would have already come here. So what if I try to query the data in the UI only instead of this one? So I don't even need to put from my record here. So what I will do here is that instead of this one, okay, so I will query the data in my UI only, because this review table anyway we are getting from this one. So local bank doc data. Okay, so query record by identifier we will put it here. Okay, and the record type is going to be the document, dr document it is, and the identifier is going to be ri bank review dot fields dot doc id fk. It is going to be this one. So this data is going to get contained here. Okay, so the identifier parameter cannot be null or empty. Oh, it is saying null or empty because we have not provided. If I provide the same data of what we have given for the this one, it won't break. So see here, if I put it here, same code here in this UI, it won't break. Okay, or let me just put the this one here. Okay, I will just comment this one out and put it here 1. So now it won't break. So I will able to get all my doc data without any query rule. That's why I have used that method. And now wherever I am using this ri bank document, instead of that I have to just update with the help of local bank doc data. Local bank doc data. Okay, so first one is replaced, title, status, ri document, and this one is also replaced, and ri document is also replaced, created by also it is replaced. Okay, now when we are actually saving the data, then we have to in this one make sure the data is here local bank doc data, save in the ri, that is fine. Okay, rest everything else will work fine here. See, I'm able to get all the document here, file ID, created by, status is what, everything I'm able to get. Click on submit button and the status will now change here. See, all that I'm able to get. So this is the advantage here. We don't need to query any document data here. We can just keep it as it is. Okay, that one I was not aware. We have already handled this condition, so we don't need to parameterize another variable. Now what? Now the next thing that we will do here is that this action we have to go and plug it in our review. Okay, so my review, okay, here only we have to plug it. So let's see here, documents grid it is, we don't need it in document grid. This is the my review grid. Okay, and let's add another column here for feedback. Okay, so it is going to be the grid column. Okay, label we don't need it, that's fine, and in the value we will put here record action field. Okay, and the action is going to be record action item. Okay, and the action is going to be review. Okay, dr review dot actions dot give feedback, and the identified is going to be fv bank row. Okay, and then the review dot fields dot review id pk. That's it. We will need it here. Give feedback, so we can give a feedback as well. Click on save changes, and now let's go and save, check our document. See, if something is assigned to me, I will give a feedback here. I will be able to see like what document they have actually uploaded. So see, this is the document they have uploaded, this is the data that I am getting here. I will give a rating like okay, looks good. Click on submit button. Once I have clicked on submit button, if you see here, the update has already begun here, like rating 3 looks good. If I check my documents, the status is reviewed here already. It is now, it is if I check the document for approval, it is reviewed. So that's all we needed here, and we are able to complete that as well. Okay, so this is the complete flow of actually what we needed in my feedback here. Now few changes we just have to make here at the end of the application. For example, see what happens generally. Let's say like this file has been reviewed, that is fine. You can assign another reviewer, you can get the reviews here. If I go to the summary view, you see 30 statuses. I don't need the 30. With the help of again that match function, we need to assign the status once again here as well. So what we will do here is we will just go to the statuses. Okay, so let me just go to the grid, and then in the document summary we will just try to assign this particular value there. This is my document summary. So this is the status that we have already been using here. So what I will do here is that for the statuses that whatever we are using, I will use the fvbang row match function. Let me just copy it, and let me just go to the summary view, and here as well I will put in my status. Okay, so here I will put it, go to this one here, and instead of fvbang row I will just put it here ri bang record. That's it, and default is going to be this status. So see here, it is coming status as review. So one part has been changed here. Okay, great. So now if I go and click on news or summary here, see status is reviewed. Now we should also see like who has actually reviewed it. That data we are not able to see. It is just say like who have what has been actually reviewed, but we are not able to see who has actually reviewed this data. So we can also make another document summary in that grid only, another read only grid also we can introduce here. So what it will do here is that, so we will make another section. Okay, reviews. So who has actually reviewed that data, we should be able to see that data as well, so that it will be, you know, like very much helpful, like actually who has reviewed that data. Okay, so in that also we will put a read only grid here. See, this is our read only grid. Okay, and in that we will put here review table, so that we can see like actually who has reviewed that data. Okay, now see all the data we are getting. We don't need such a large amount of data here. Okay, so where is our second section? This is our second section, right? So first of all we need to filter the data. See, I'm able to get all the data here, right? But here we just need like a review id pk, we need it. Okay, file id, we okay, comments we need here, reviewed by, reviewed on. Okay, and when I have actually assigned by, assigned on also we will need it. So these 4 grid columns we are going to keep it here, rating as well, but reviewer was what? Okay, and first is what? Review id. So okay, fine, this is my review id. Then file id, I already have in my summary view, so I don't need it again. Let me just remove it. Doc id, okay, doc id fk, I don't need that, I already have in my summary here. Okay, now next thing is that reviewer idfk. Instead of that I just need to get the reviewer name. We have already done with the help of relationship, if you remember. So dot reviewer, okay, dot fields dot name. That's it. So who was the reviewer, I am able to check that reviewer as well, what has the rating they have given, okay, and all these things. But see, I'm able to get all the data. I don't need all the data here. So what I will do here is that in order to filter my data, I will use here record data. Okay, so record data is there, and the record type is going to be nothing but the review table. Cut it from here, paste it here. Okay, and what are the filters going to be? So the filters is going to be query filter. Okay, the field on which we will filter is review table. Okay, and dot fields dot doc idfk. So only for that document only we need that value. Okay, not for every document we should have. If I open the summary of that one, then I should see that data only. Okay, dot fields dot it is the review table, right? Okay, so with the review, can I get that document here? So with that record is of what? Document type, right? So document is having idpk of its own. That's it. So I will only see one review at a time only. Click on save changes, and now let's go to the site once again. See here, it has already been reviewed. So see, who has reviewed? John Doe has reviewed it, and it looks good. Okay, all the data we are able to get in my reviews table as well. We can customize this site more. Okay, just like what above has written. So this is the label what they have given here. So the same kind of label size, standard, and all this thing we can follow here as well. Just copy and paste it. Okay, and this is going to be the reviews. Okay, so reviews here will come here. Okay, and then I need the divider, margin, and all these things. So this is it. See, formatting we can take care at the end. Okay, then it looks fine as well. And now let's go to this one here, and see here I'm able to see who has actually reviewed that data. If I go to my review, see, in my review I have already reviewed that data. So again I should not be able to give the feedback. Once I have given the feedback, then it's fine, then it's done. So if you see that once I have already given the feedback, then why to give the feedback again and again? I should am I going to update the feedback or what? So even if I update the feedback, then also it's fine. Okay, so I can, you know, like this surname or this title we can change in from give we can change the action name to update as well. Okay, how we can change that? See here, display name is just like give feedback. We can use expression. See here, what we can do, if let's say like if is null or empty, what? Not RI bank but RV bank. If RV bank record dot field dot, let's say rating is null, because rating is a mandatory field. If it is null, it means nothing has been done here, right? No review has been given. So give feedback. Okay, so it will be give feedback. Otherwise it will be here update feedback. Somebody can come and update the feedback as well. That's what we need. Click on OK and save the changes. Let's go to the site here. Okay, and now let's go to review. See, here it is now coming for update feedback. I can update my feedback. Great, so that is done. Now in this document it is reviewed, so I can edit the document. I can give it to another reviewer as well. So in this way, complete part we have tried to see. Let's see like if anything is missing anywhere. So that is also done here in the review table. If I go new document for approval, this also looks good. Rating and doc ID, everything it is done here. Okay, and here in this summary as well, you know, like we can put here like which document I have already reviewed. So that part I have already done. That looks good, and all rating and all. Okay, so this was the complete application, which was a document review system. I am able to upload a file. Let's try to upload a new file here. Okay, for new management, let's say like for new management budget. Okay, so I am trying to add a file for this one. Okay, so this feedback I have uploaded. Click on submit button. Now I have assigned this feedback. See here, new for new management budget, however it is not reviewed. Okay, now what I will do here, I will go back to my assign reviewer. I will, let's say, assign it to John. Click on submit button. Okay, go to review. Now this has come for review here. I want to give a feedback. See, I will be able to get like this complete data here, whatever has come for the feedback. New file ID is 9552. Okay, so if I go to this one, assign us. Okay, so new data is not coming correctly, I guess. So if I give feedback, I guess the document ID is not correct here. Why? So 9579, it should store the data in the review table. Why it's taking the wrong ID? I guess this was not the document for this one here, right? So what ID has actually come here for this one? 9579 it should show. So why 9579 is not showing? So when I'm clicking on this action, give feedback, let me just show here and go to monitoring once. Okay, or we can just go here for feedback. Let's see the latest instance, what data has come up here. Go to the process details and see here 9579 only has come in the file ID. Okay, if 9579 has come, then in the UI why it is not showing 9579? So this is the document viewer actually. Okay, so in the document view, oh see, we have just kept the RI as here one only, right? So every time only one data will only show here. So what we will do here is that we will uncheck that one, click on cut, paste it here. Okay, and now we will just see your interface should not be look like this when you open it. Okay, so what we will do, if let's say like if is null or empty, what RI bang, let's say dr document dot file ID. If it is null or empty, then it is null, otherwise we have to query the document data. That's all we needed. Click on test record here and see here, now it won't break. Your interface should not break, that's it. So now what we will do here is click on cancel button, give feedback. Now the new document should load here. So new document is not loading, why? Okay, so this one needs to get updated. Okay, let's validate it. It's work fine. Go to this feedback here, go to the forms here. Okay, and everything works fine here, nothing needs to get updated. If I go to cancel document and review, everything is fine here. So this may require manual, nothing needs to get updated. Close here, click on submit here. Okay, fine. Okay, so what is happening here is that we don't need the review, sorry, we don't need this RI bang review, but this one we need it, right? So in this one review, I will write it here, review dot doc ID fk. So if it is null or empty, then don't load that data. That's all we needed. Okay, click on save changes, and now once again we will try to test it. Click on here, give feedback, and now the correct document will load. See here, dummy PDF only it is there, but for new management I will give here some rating for this document, and I will write the comment as approved. Click on submit here. Once I have submit, it is approved here. The button is now changed to update feedback, who has assigned it, when it was reviewed, on all this data. And here as well I can check the it is reviewed. So in order to get the detail here, I can go here and I can check that John Doe has reviewed the data. Okay, and when it was assigned, all this thing we are able to do. So this POC will really help you to understand a lot about Appian. So that was all about the document review system. We are able to upload a document, we are able to review the document as well. So try to attempt this POC, it will be very helpful. You will get to know a lot about the functionality, how we'll try to maintain all the functionality. So that was all for now. Thank you.